I have asked 12 professionals and 100 average 9-ball players what they would do here, and now I'm asking you, what would you do? Pause, decide and stay tuned for the results. Let's evaluate the options first and start by shooting the 7 into the corner, because we don't have to move the cue ball a lot. Trying to get as straight as possible here on the 7 ball, so let me check that. And you see, I messed the shot up. I'm not that far away from straight. You see, if the cue ball is here, then I'm straight. Cue ball just a tiny bit away and I'm not straight. So I have to force the cue ball. Very tiny position window on the shot. So I'm trying to do it, playing it high, touch of left spin coming towards here. But to be honest, this is not the shot you want to play, of course. Turned out great, but again, it's not very controllable. This is not the shot you want to play. So now let's try to make the 7 ball into the side pocket. We don't want to be straight, so we either want to be here. We don't want to have too much angle, so this is our position window, and you can see it's not that big. And here you have it. I already ended a bit on the wrong side of the straight line. So I maybe have to catch the 9 ball, touch of inside spin. And so you see how much I already had to work because I was a tiny bit off. Now compare, you want to play the 7 ball into the corner pocket. Then we can basically be everywhere from here towards here, and we will have a nice shot on the 7 ball to go naturally towards the 8 ball. So now we're trying to actually get around the 7 ball. We'll blow left again. And you see, I'm never able to get that right angle here with this cue ball path. So now I have to work really hard, probably going to catch the 9 ball, low touch of right spin, and make the 8 ball. So again, see how much more difficult this is. And we messed up. You see, really difficult to judge. Now let's try to actually bring the cue ball towards here with high and just a tiny bit of right spin, going that 1 rail path. Turned out perfectly. You see how far away we were from that straight line, and this is actually the perfect angle. Looks maybe in the camera like a lot of angle, but this is perfect. Just a natural ball, a bit of supporting left hand spin, and that's basically it. So center cue ball, go out to the left, just play it in. You see how well this ball is to control. The cue ball traveled actually the perfect path towards the 8 ball. So now let's play the 8 ball and the 9 ball. I could go 2 rails, use the long rail. But I'm not going to do this because I don't want to actually use that inside spin here and risk missing the shot. So this is a bit more speed sensitive, going this 1 rail compared to this 2 rail, very nicely going towards the 9 ball. And now it's time to compare your choice with the 100 amateur players and of course the 12 top professional players. If you decided to play the 7 ball into this side pocket, then you are part of just 3%, and to be honest, this shot is just the wrong shot in this situation because it's so difficult. Imagine we're trying to go for the side pocket and we slightly overrun the position, then all of a sudden we don't have a shot into any pocket. So this is definitely the wrong choice. And if your plan is to make the 7 ball into this corner pocket, then you're part of the 9% of amateur players who are choosing this pocket. And to be honest, if you're going for one of those 2 side pockets, I would always go for this pocket because that way, as we saw, you can go a lot nicer into the line of the 7 ball, where for the other corner pocket you actually have to cross. I mean, the only exception or the only reason that you might shoot it into this corner is, as you can see, if you're crossing the line and if you're coming too far, then you still have that 7 ball also into the side pocket. So by going this path, then you can either stop here for the corner or you can actually travel a bit further for the side pocket, which makes sense in this case. This is why I can definitely understand if you're going for this corner pocket. Now we're getting closer. We just have the 3 pockets that we covered in the video left. And if you decide to play the 7 ball into the side pocket, then you're part of the 14%. And yes, I can understand why you're going for the side pocket. You can actually go nicely into the line if you have really precise cue ball control. But as we saw in the video, if you're on the wrong side of the 7 ball, then you really have to work the cue ball to go for the 8 ball. So I would never go for the side pocket in this case, because side pockets in general are very, very dependent on the exact angle. With this angle, you're going towards the 8 ball. With this angle, you're going away from the 8 ball. Whereas in any of those 2 corner pockets, you will always go towards the 8 ball no matter what exact angle you have. This is why I don't really like the side pocket here. We're getting closer to the final answer. We just have 2 more pockets left. We either have this pocket where we just go 1 rail towards here, play the 7 ball into this corner pocket. And we also have this pocket where all you do is just roll it in, bring the cue ball towards here and leave yourself a straight shot on the 7 ball. Well, if you decided to actually go for this pocket, then you are part of the 36% of amateur players who are going for this pocket. And if you're actually trying to make the 7 ball into this pocket, then you're part of the 38%. So you can see the average player likes to play the shot into here or into here. But in my opinion, there is only one right shot to play here. And this will become obvious once I'm revealing the answers from the pro player, because I've asked 12 pro players and every single one of them is going to play the 7 ball into here. And the reason for that is, as we just saw in the video where I evaluated everything, you just have the biggest margin for error regarding your speed control, regarding the cue ball's position, if you're going for this position on the table. Compared to, as we saw, going for the side pocket, going for the corner pocket, there you really have to work. Well, now, I know many of you are already typing in the comment section, there is no right or wrong shot in pool, and I don't like this type of shot, and I hit too soft, and I'm going to snooker myself. And yes, of course, if you're not capable of playing the shot, of bringing the cue ball towards here, passing the 9 ball, if you don't have that speed control, if you don't like to play the 7 ball from here because you have too much angle, then it's not your right shot at the moment, and you shouldn't play this type of shot if you're just not feeling it. But what should be your goal in pool? You should have a wide variety of shots and practice many shots, as many as you can, so that you can actually choose from different options. And here, in this particular example, we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4 realistic pockets. And if you can pull off every one of those shots, then the highest percentages are actually if you're trying to bring the cue ball towards here, because we already talked about it why. So just don't have any excuses and tell yourself, well, I can't play this type of shot, I'm always going to play it that way. No, actually go to the practice table, practice this kind of shot, because obviously every single one of the pro players is playing this shot, and this should be your goal. You should be capable of just playing this type of shot, because as you can see, without any focus, I'm just playing that ball in, and the cue ball, even though this was hit a bit too slow, I still have a very makeable shot on the 7 ball without really trying to actually do something, without a real focus. You can see the cue ball here nicely comes into the line of the 8 ball. You can see speed control is really huge on the 8 ball. I have the perfect angle, so let's finish this rack real quick. You can see once again very well to go into the line of the 9 ball, and I just made this look pretty effortless. I just had to roll the ball in on every single shot, and this should be a goal. Practice this type of shot. This is really a huge advantage. First of all, if you have different kind of shots in your arsenal, and once again, 100% of the pro players are playing this shot, and most of the really good players are just playing the shot that way all day long. It's really a whole lot easier. So give this whole situation a try. And if you say, well, I still have the highest percentages into here or into here or into the side pocket, then it might because you actually lack speed control, because this is actually a shot you're not used to play. Then just practice it. In the end, I just promise this will make you a better pool player. If you don't argue with me just on this one single topic, because I know people really like to argue in the comment section, but just trust me on this one. This is the right shot. give it a try, practice this type of shot, and you will just higher your chances, higher your percentages of running this rack in a very, very simple way actually, as you just saw. All right guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this type of situation, this type of shot, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys.